driving around and thinking about my trip to New York, thinking about what is going to happen in the future and how the past is the future, and currently in the moment of how I'm living is in the past tense of me speaking about my trip to New York. I took this trip to New York for the reason being my mom. My mom had a lot to do with it. And I wanted to do this for my mom so long ago that I promised her before she passed away that I would change my way of thinking, of being negative about why my life was so horrible. Why I told her what I love doing more than my book work at school with grades and everything. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to always be a painter. I didn't care if I was the best painter. I didn't want to go to school to learn how to be the best painter. I wanted to learn how to paint alone. And I did it for a long time. As of now, I know that time that I was doing it was very important for my lifestyle, for my way of thinking for me. Because it helped my self-esteem grow when I was growing up, and my imagination. And nobody knew this. The schools did. The school educations did, of course. But my mom wasn't very much wise to understand all this that I needed to be a more better understanding of what I loved and I could do, and at the same time be having a degree. Because right now I would have been an engineer of some sort. I loved math. I loved regulating English, clearing it, writing it. I loved all my life writing. I wasn't just good at it. I was passionate about it with poetry. And my paintings and all my poetry, it went away. Having it wiped out by separation and storages where I kept stuff and I just kept trashing it. Or sometimes I just gave it away. Or I left it behind somewhere. Clues of mystery of my work, of what I've done in the past. I no pictures of it either. And currently understand that I miss all that. And I regret all the work that I destroyed of people. People that are now big and great. And that I thought it was just a piece of paper in that time. I mean, I met people that are not artists, and they're not people that are famous. I met people that are normal, that are, in my book, famous to me, to my knowledge, to how they see the world. Because they clearly are more advanced or more smarter at what they do than I am. And here I am on the breaking point of starting my life again, of writing it down in books, of now understanding that I had to do this a long time ago. At one point I had to start learning how to write it all down, how to describe what I wanted to do to the world in my wonderful journey to Montreal, Canada. Why the snow? Why cold? Why would you want to move to a place that's so cold? Well, that's the point. I want to move to an isolated place where I don't have to think about what's happening in the world. Outside of my exterior, I shouldn't be worried. I should be worried about my interior. And helping those understand that about themselves. That we're creating all this destruction in the world because we're not taking care of our interior. We're not teaching any kids this. How to tell them that the exterior things like technology, they're not good. Waste of time. A waste of time would be outside or video game that has nothing to do with networking, the online link of people connected to you. If you have no one to connect online, there is no one going to be online forever. It's just a way of absorbing communication now with phones and the internet together. Now people can't disconnect from a group of people that are absorbing their time now, that they're not even here alive at the same pace and in the same place as them. This is the situation we're running into right now in the world. Who's understanding these things and passing it along? Who's catching these new things of the new technologies coming? The new observable awareness that these things are coming up with now. That they're becoming more aware of us, of our own emotions, of our own reactions, that we're writing it down for them. Hey, here you go. This is how we work. Here, look. We could be your puppets now for the rest of our life. Just, plug in a keyboard to us. That's all you need to run a real human. So, as perspective, my art and my understanding of it is, my art is an art against the world. A colorful world, and a world that is city-wise. I love landscapes. And sometimes the scenes or the things that you capture, you see on my pictures and in my art is a reflection of me, of course. Sometimes it's dark, and of course disturbing, and it's edgy, it's pointy, it's bold, it's curvy. It's all together too many things at once. And if my brain could describe it, why it takes so many angles, it's just hard to destroy it and then just break it down again and rebuild it for you so you could have it clearly how I work my brain. My brain is not a functional brain like a normal kid's that grew up, that had a normal life and no trauma. Man, I wish I would have saved myself. Like right now, I could save my son from anything, man. That kid calls me dad. I'm in a bad situation. Boy, that kid is here in the next. Woo! It was a dream. It's not a secret. It's not easy either. But starting this mystery of learning that you could be anything you want as long as you work for it, it starts with you. Build yourself up. Build your self-esteem up. Help yourself be a better person. It's a trait that I came here to New York to see and tell my mom that, look, Mom, you were right. I look at this dream now of hers of coming here to America and wanting to see this state, New York City, Statue of Liberty. She would have been so inspiring of being, in this country. But she never had that idea because her kids never put that idea on her. But I want to put that idea on my kids because my kids might, or even maybe never do it for me, but I could do it for them. It's never too late to change what your parents didn't do for you with your own kids.